Hi, I'm Ryleigh from Ryleigh Who, and today we're talking about that crazy man who travels around a big blue box, the Tardis. Yes, we're talking about Doctor Who. At the time of recording, there are currently 13 Doctors. Let's take a look at the first one, William Hartnell. Okay, so the first Doctor, William Hartnell, he came across as a bit of a grumpy, yet pig-headed old man, didn't really like being told what to do. He might not be my favourite Doctor, but he's the first one who started it all. Thanks, William. So the second Doctor, Patrick Troughton, he plays the recorder, he's a bit of a cosmic weirdo, and he keeps a lot of his companions in the dark until he's ready to share his plans. One of my favourite quotes from the second Doctor is when he says, "When I say run, run." The third Doctor, Jon Pertwee, was more like swashbuckling scientist meets 007. He looked pretty good in a lab coat. I suppose that's why he could hold his own in a fight. The fourth incarnation of the Doctor was a funny man wearing a long scarf and always smiling. You could never take him too seriously, and he was always offering sweets. Would you like a jelly baby? Of course, we're talking about Tom Baker. The fifth Doctor, portrayed by Peter Davison, portrayed the British culture very well in his cricket gear, although I'm not really sure about that decorative vegetable. In my opinion, the sixth Doctor is my least favourite. He's rude, arrogant, and looks a bit like a clown. Yeah, we're talking about Colin Baker. I'm the Doctor whether you like it or not. You know what? If Lurch from the Addams Family wore colourful costumes, that would be the sixth Doctor. Okay, so I've met the seventh Doctor, Sylvester McCoy. He's a happy and clever person with a great sense of admiration for the human race. I've met him, and he was happy enough to shake my hand and sign my copy of Doctor Who the movie. The eighth Doctor, Paul McGann, didn't get much screen time, which is unfortunate because he does have a lot of adventures in time and space. It's a shame he didn't really get much of a screen time because he was only seen twice, wasn't he? He had Doctor Who the movie and the prequel to which was The Night of the Doctor. For goodness sake, Gallifrey stands! That's right, we're talking about the War Doctor, Sir John Hurt, as featured in Doctor Who the 50th anniversary, The Time of the Doctor. After a very long hiatus from the BBC, the Doctor is back in 2005. The ninth Doctor, Christopher Eccleston, has a northern accent and wears a black leather jacket. Fantastic! Okay, so it probably comes as a little surprise, the 10th Doctor is definitely my favourite. That's right, we're talking about David Tennant. Everyone remembers their first Doctor, and the 10th is mine. I like the 10th Doctor because not only is he serious, but he's also carefree and very exciting. 10 is not one to mess with. Don't blink. Blink and you're dead. Don't even blink. Good luck. Allons-y. Am I ginger? People assume that time is a strict progression of cause to effect, but from a non-linear, non-subjective viewpoint, time is more like a great big ball of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. Brilliant. In 900 years of time and space, I haven't met anyone who wasn't important. Matt Smith, the 11th Doctor, has 2 hearts of gold, and he cares deeply about his friends as well as our planet. And yes, bow ties are cool. I'm the Doctor. Basically. Run. Geronimo! Because I got so used to Matt Smith, and he was such an easily likeable character, at the end of the 50th when he changed, and it was the same when David Tennant changed into Matt Smith, because David clearly didn't want to go. He did not want to leave, and you can see it. Because he's visibly crying. He's like, I don't want to go. Oh, the second one that gets me from Matt Smith is when he says, I will not forget one line of this. Not one day, I swear. I always remember when the Doctor was me. Well, it's sad because, when he's done so much, but, he has to change. But it's not because he's been poisoned, he hasn't been shot or anything. He's dying because of old age. In an episode called Flesh and Stone, the Doctor is talking to the Weeping Angels, And one of the angels says, "The angels are feasting, sir. Soon we'll be able to absorb enough power to consume this vessel, this world, and all the stars and the worlds beyond." The Doctor says, "Yeah, but we've got comfy chairs. Did I mention?" And then the angel says, "We have no need for comfy chairs." And the Doctor is amused, and he says, "I made him say comfy chairs." I thought that was funny. "Kidneys! I've got new kidneys. I don't like the colour." We're talking about Peter Capaldi, the 12th Doctor. The Doctor with the bushy eyebrows. As yet, I'm not a big fan of those attack eyebrows. "There's a horror movie named Alien. That's really offensive. No wonder people keep invading you." Don't be lasagna. I found that if I had to choose from the original and the new series, from the original series, Tom Baker, the 4th Doctor, has got to be my favourite of the original Doctors, and from the new series, I'd have to say David Tennant, because they were both very lively, but they were very clever, very funny. I mean, come on, would you like a jelly baby? He's always offering jelly babies. I thought it was cool. Click the link here to subscribe to my upcoming videos, and click the link up here to go to my blog, where you'll find everything you need to know about Doctor Who, but were too afraid to ask. Geronimo.